Danny, another point on the board, 0-0 against St Albans here, but a pretty dominant performance, especially for maybe 70-75 minutes of that game. Do you think maybe unlucky not to have more?
I felt in the first half we were dominant, Ollie. I felt we had a lot of play, but we didn't overtest Michael Johnson in the St Albans goal. And you've got to remember, they lost in the playoff final last season to Oxford City. They win that game, they're in the National League. These are a good side. David Noble, good pal of mine, one of the best managers in the league as well. So I think it's very much a point gained. Positives are 2 clean sheets on the bounce. But we should have perhaps been coming in leading at half-time, but then the last 15 minutes we were very resolute. David will probably feel St Albans. So in all honesty, I think a draw's a fair result, but I'm pleased with the progress we're making. However, absolutely gutted. You know more than anyone how hard I've worked to try and bring Adam Roscoe in over the last 2 or 3 weeks. For him to pick up in the first 10-15 minutes an injury like he did is absolutely gutting. That certainly doesn't look as if he'll be playing anytime soon. So we need an experienced striker to come into the group to help Alex, to help David, to help Kareem. We found one, and now he's picked up an injury, so that is real sort of a dampener on the point for me.
Can I ask what the early indications are? You said he'd probably be out for a while. Is there any clue? I think it's swelled up, hasn't it? But is there anything beyond that we know what he might have done?
I think obviously with the swelling it's too early to tell, but I think it's safe to say he won't be playing at Worthing on Tuesday night.
Obviously, we do move on to Worthing. They took a bit of a hammering today at Braintree, almost a wounded animal, isn't it? So it's every game's difficult, but they'll be right up for it Tuesday, won't they?
Listen, I've managed that club for a period of time. It's a good club, Worthing. They're my favourites to win the league. One result, as I've said all along for us, one result makes no difference. Worthing will be there or thereabouts come the end of the season. They're a very good side with another very good manager like David Noble. They reached the playoffs last season. A few players in their camp who've played for me before, so we know it's going to be a really, really tough game, and it's one we're relishing. We look forward to travelling to West Sussex, to Woodside Road on Tuesday evening.
Just looking back to this afternoon, just about 15 minutes ago, there was a bit of a penalty shout. Kane Adom going through there, trying to get at the end of the cross. It looked like a bit of a tangle of legs. Couldn't really see, but did you have a view on that? Was there any discussion?
I must be honest, from where I was, I thought it was a penalty. But, I'm not going to, the referee, that was his first game at the level. I thought it was OK, to be fair to him. I'm not going to criticise him or criticise his decision till I've watched it on video. But he didn't give it. We worked hard. We got a point. And as I've just previously said, 2 clean sheets is really good foundations to build upon.
James Vaughan as well was another one. It looked like he was struggling a little bit, had to be replaced towards the end there. How's he getting on? Is that something we're just taking a look at with Tuesday in mind?
No, I think Vaughan, our captain, will be absolutely fine. So I certainly wouldn't worry about that. The one injury I'm worried about is Adam Roscoe's. But you have to deal with it. That's part and parcel. Our club captain, Mitch Dickinson's played very little for us this season. Hopefully he's had an injection now. It won't be too long, fingers crossed, before he comes back into our ranks. So it's just, you just have to deal with it, Ollie. There's no good moaning and crying about it. You just have to deal with it. We've got some very good players at Welling United Football Club. I thought Jeffy was really good again. Lewis White's getting there, isn't he? I think that's the most he's played so far this season. So onwards, upwards and forwards, and it's certainly another point in our quest.
With all these, I say all these, a lot of clubs get him, especially even at the start of the season, knocks here and there. We mentioned Jeffy Tanger. He conceded won a lot of fouls today. I think all the bookings that they got were for fouls against him. Do you ever worry about that? A player like Jeffy, who does, concern defences, and they do have to take a little nibble at them.
Crikey, I think if I was playing still, I think you'd get a nice firm tackle from me. I wouldn't want Jeffy running at me, but no, it just is what it is, isn't it? Jeffy's dangerous. You look at other wide players at other clubs. So it is what it is. Jeffy's learning the game. I think he's going to be a very good player. He's done very well for us. I see he won the Supporters Player of the Month for August. I certainly wouldn't argue with that. But listen, you can't wrap people in cotton wool, can you? But Jeffy's here to January the 1st, and all the hard work you've put in over the last couple of days, Ollie, I'd like to go on record to say thanks very much. You sort of went above and beyond for me, and Welling United Football Club worked so hard to get Adam Roscoe over the line and to get Jeffy's loan extended. So thanks very much. There's a lot of unsung heroes at this club, Ollie, and you're certainly one of them.
Cheers, Danny. Appreciate that. And just finally, 7 points out of the last 3 games, especially after those first 4 games where there was a bit of frustration. You would have bitten your hand off for that. It's things are looking up, aren't they?
Oh, listen, you know me. Always put a smile on it. I'm always happy, and that's very much the way we're going to be at Welling United Football Club.
Cheers, Danny. Well done.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.